It starts now, Michael. Hello, hello, hello. I need to fix my sub goal. Hang on. Hello, everybody. How are we all doing today? Hope we're doing well. I almost hit the wrong button. I'm using a slightly tweaked version of Reshade today. Sim made a new INI file for Reshade. Hello, Bill. Sim made a new Reshade INI, and it seems to be a lot brighter than the one I was using before, which I like. As for what we're going to do right away, well, I've got space on the trailer, and I've got a pallet hankering that needs to be fulfilled. I think it's 6 more. 5, 6. Okay, 5 more, and then I'll get a 6th afterwards. Is it bad that you'd love to see a stream of just Party Part? I'm gonna say yes. So apologies for going late a bit, or live a bit later than I'd like to. A lot earlier than I didn't expect to be able to stream today, so bonuses, everything is a bonus. But I would have been able to go live on time if I'd got up. I've been awake since like 1 o'clock, just lying in bed watching YouTube. Oh, good lord. Are the pallets gonna vaguely behave today? He says, dragging a pallet across the trailer. Will 6 pallets actually fit? 6 will. I don't know about 10. But if the 10th doesn't fit, then I can just bring it up with the 390 anyway. I've just got completely lost there. Party Twitter bird. No, it's a parrot, Adam, not a Twitter bird. You really don't want them to behave. It makes for a funny stream. I mean, yeah, that is true. Plus, I do have to unload the pallets after this anyway. You know, this isn't a one-way job. They need to be unloaded off the trailer as well. Oh, James Preston and Mr. RK. Let's just nudge forward a bit and get off. Don't do a backflip. If you're wondering what the backflip in the title is about, yesterday I was unloading one of these pallets, or beloading one of these pallets onto the trailer, and it decided to do a double backflip. Tonight you're going to download Meadow Grove. Hold off on that for a little bit, Blackout, because Nathan is working on an update. It's currently in testing with a few different guys. Have I seen Guardians of the Galaxy? No, I have. Well, I've seen the first one. Shireoak, I don't have a mods list as such. Nightbot will give you a link, but it won't work. Because I keep forgetting to get rid of that old command. Alright, now for the moment of truth. Will I be able to get these on and leave enough space for another... Oh yeah, there's tons of space for another pallet to go on. Beside these two. That is assuming that I can get this one off the forks. Because it would appear to be stuck. Looks like it'll work well, really well with the DLC. It will. There we go. Just hold off for another little bit while Nathan finishes off and fixes up the update, so that it's even better and works even better with the DLC. Because the version that is currently out has a few bugs and niggles and flaws. And they're all quite... most of them are quite small. There's one derp that he managed to do that is kind of hilarious. He managed to forget to put the... well, he put the slurry point at the cows underground. So it's impossible to get slurry out of the cows on Meadow Grove as it's currently released. We're talking about Meadow Grove? Yep. If I put the ramps down, I can use the ramps to... yeah, I can use the ramps here. DLC does not work for you. Why does it not work for you, Adam? What? Are you on PC? Number one question. Because I get the horrific feeling there's going to be people who are on consoles trying to install the DLC. And I've seen people spouting abuse at Matt for not having it on consoles, despite the fact that it's completely out of his control. It's kind of funny though. JCB's gonna struggle up that hill. Oh, absolutely, DK. In the thumbnail, which I also put up on Instagram last night, so some of you might have seen a kind of a sneak preview. You're on Mac. Download the zip, put it into your... actually, I don't know how to install DLCs to Mac. It's just occurred to me. I've only ever needed to worry about PC. But you can get it on Mac. It's just not working for you for some reason. What are we doing today? Getting the liquid fert up to the yard is going to be job numero 1. 25% goes to you. Yeah, you did the easy bit and said that'll be a nice picture. I did the hard bit and actually framed up the picture. Then did a really quick Photoshop of it to brighten it up. Yeah, you gotta download the Mac version of the DLC, not the Windows version. That's kind of the first thing, but after that, I don't know. There we go. That's perfect. So let's get the straps on. Strap be... yeah, that one won't go over anything. Strap. Strap. Let's see Oxy's update on Shamrock. If it went up today, no. I've been laid in bed all morning, annoying everybody in the Frontier Discord. I've literally... this is my cup of coffee for the day. Morning coffee. You also use Steam. Steam is irrelevant in that problem, Adam. Problem is you might have downloaded the Windows version. Frontier Designs, both and Oxygendavid working together. Yes, it's also Ian898 and Lone Wolf FD, formerly known as Farm. Oh, I saw him talking about the 4K texture. I've yet to see it, so I'm gonna 110% have a look at that later on. It's not just you annoying them. Yeah, but I know when to stop annoying. That's the thing. That's the key. Is the level of annoyance you can reach is key. You gotta have them at kind of like, this is, As I keep saying, post a screenshot on the whip topic. Sweet, I'll have a look at that after the stream. Oh, delicious coffee. And not at all shilling my mug, which is available on Spreadshirt. Spreadshirt.com/RainbowDave. It does look like the front of a vacuum cleaner though, Benji. Much more UK and Irish without the potholes. Then it's not Irish at all. If it doesn't have potholes, it's not Irish. Mods did Lone Wolf make? The Albert Pallet Fork he had involvement in. About half of the models on Oak Field. About half of the models on Lone Oak. And probably more. I'm just kind of very roughly, Bill can give you the full numbers. Yeah, you have to know where the line is, and then just kind of hop forward and backwards over it. Very quickly. But, Farm Lone Wolf is a modeler, first and foremost. He released Battletown? I don't recall playing that map. I didn't play that map, I don't recall even seeing it. Hey, Dal. Mossy Grace. Yeah, but if you haven't seen the new front wing for the, or the nose for the McLaren yet, Bill, it looks like a vacuum cleaner nozzle. Yeah, sheep race prefab kit, cattle kit. He is a modeling magician. I can just store all these into a shed, and that's kind of the end of it, because there's no way to manually refill fertilizer, annoyingly. This needs to go again soon, but I need to get the 390T back up to the yard and unload the fertilizer. Yeah, it better be worth at least 2 seconds a lap. I've not seen anything that ugly in a while. Got your wheel yesterday? Awesome, gold plays. What wheel is it? It's 534. So it is Adam. I can see that on the screen. Road markings to Irish spec, which is quite easy to do. I tweaked Robbie's pack to have Irish spec road markings, and once I figured out the derp I did with the what did I screw up? The normals and the speculars. I saved them in the wrong DDS format. It just looked Irish. It was borderline perfect. I hate doing road markings. They're easy to do once you find out a trick or two. I said I was having my morning coffee. It's morning for me. I'm just out of bed. Why didn't I use follow me? I've made the exact opposite mistake to what I made yesterday, haven't I? Yesterday I used follow me when I shouldn't have. Today I've not used follow me when I should have. Is Oxy's new map Irish? Yes, and it's by far the best Irish map I've seen. Keep in mind that I'm constantly looking for a good Irish map. Am I still doing my own map? No, I gave up on that. Sometimes quitting is the best way forward when you realize what you want to do, you just don't have time to do it. And as sucky as it is, I'm going to come back and try an FS19 to get a map out. So in time, there will be a map from me. That is a 100% guarantee. Also, I'm going to use mouse and keyboard to do this just because it's a bit easier for me to use front loader mouse and keyboard for whatever reason. Hashtag Dave forgets everything. Never mind, just follow me. You should never just straight up quit. Well, I say that now. You should know when to quit. Quit while you're ahead. Oh god, this is broken. This is gonna ping. This is gonna ping. Called it. I love how derpy the physics are with pallets sometimes. Do it again, you miss. I couldn't do that if I tried. It's just sometimes the physics of the pallets gets angry and decides, I'm going to do something stupid now, and does a double, triple front flip with a twist. A double triple front flip with a twist. Quite a twist. Okay, let's pick this one up. This is... Oh, this one's possibly going to ping too. That's really dodgy. Does anyone here know what a zip code is? It's a postcode, but in America. Uh-oh. Look at! I'm gonna count that as a backflip. So there we go, there's the pallet backflip. Apparently the JCB has floaty wheels. It seems like there is like a tiniest bit of float going on with the DLC. No, that's touching the ground. That's touching the ground. Let's check for floaties. Touching the ground. 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 Or so near that you can't really tell. Touching the ground. The tiniest bit of floaty. And definitely touching the ground. Floaty is in not attached to the axle. They're attached to axles. They're attached to axles. Yeah, I'm most definitely seeing axle attachment going on here. Front axle to wheel. Whoops, too far. Well, you're not really supposed to look at that, are you? Hey, does Dave. That's... Oh, I'm gonna have to get that out of there now. That's people potentially getting a bit too picky with stuff. Because that's... I would argue that's an optimization trick. All wheels like that in Farm Sim. Let's have a look at the Massey, the front of the Massey. Let's have a look at the front of the Massey real quick. And you can see it is also floaty. Let's have a look at the front wheel of Peter J's Massey over in... Where's Peter J's Massey? Over in here. Yeah, they gotta be a certain distance away, otherwise they'll derp. And again, a little bit floaty to basically force the game physics to do what is supposed to happen. Sudden Discord. Yeah, it's probably somebody who doesn't like Matt just kind of railing on him a bit. It's an enforced thing. Number one, optimization. It means less polys in the model, which is always a good thing. Number two, yeah, Farm Sim doesn't like things being too close together. Totally your fault, man. 100%. Here's the thing. I don't mind people trying to find fault with it, because if they do the exact same with the Giants made DLC. If they're going out of their way to find fault because it's not made by Giants and because it's by Matt, that's when I kind of start saying, well, is there some jealousy going on there that, you know, Matt can make stuff so much better than you probably can. That's where I go. Maybe there's a bit of jealousy kind of creeping in. But you know, if I look for faults, it's because I always look for faults. And I actually don't want to look for faults. I knew about the New Holland being a bit floaty a couple of days ago. But it's so minor that it's not really a thing. Or, I knew, well, the day that the DLC came out, I knew the New Holland was floaty. But it's so tiny that you don't really notice. And if you're on the bumpy roads here on Sandy Bay, it kind of, the tractors don't really behave in a logical way at times. They do kind of float, but that's possibly down to the road collisions. How is Lone Oak? Mossy, I can answer that question. It is delicious. It is one of the best maps I've seen. Of any description. Come on. Stand up. No, that's not what I wanted you to... Now I've got to try and flip pallet. Let me think. Because I can't use muscles mode. Well, I could use muscles mode, but I feel like that'd be against the spirit of the rules. What I can do, however, is this. Oh my god, that worked perfect. That wasn't supposed to work like that, but okay. That wasn't supposed to happen quite that perfectly. Or at least I didn't expect it to. Well, the fact that it's equipment that I've wanted for the longest time, I don't care about tiny issues all that much. Plus, I mean, it's still higher quality than any mod, and I would argue Giants DLC so far. Yeah, Dave, I'm with you there. Can I do it again with this one? Now I'm just pushing my luck. Can I? What exactly is the Sandy Bay Challenge? It's just a series of rules that I've put on the map, which means I have to play realistically. Or mostly realistically. Obviously, in reality, you know, get a lever or get a crowbar and a piece of wood or something like that and just kind of lever that over. But in Farm Sim you can't, so you gotta finagle it a bit. I'm gonna be really interested in seeing people's opinions on the first look videos, because I'm in love with Lone Oak. It's definitely the best looking American map I've seen ever. No disrespect to NLD Farmers or anybody else who's made American maps, but eye for detail is everything with mapping, and Bullet Bill definitely has. No, get off the pallet forks, you mung. Get off! Hey, Jack. I think everybody's looking forward to looking around that house, because I've still not seen the new version of the house, because Landy was telling me that it got changed, and I've just not been in a farm simi mood in the evenings after the stream. I've been doing fake racing on, well, actually real racing on iRacing, just with fake cars. And I accidentally rolled the Mazda MX-5 that I've been driving. So it has got the RainbowDave seal of approval, I guess. Hello, EJ. If you are enjoying the stream, by the way, guys, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. To be honest, Massey, American maps aren't my usual thing either. Usually I just kind of... they're because... and I'm going to be very... kind of sweepy statement-y here. Generic American map for me is very flat, very square fields. How can you roll an MX-5? I can tell you by so how I did it, Janice, as I take some more coffee, was I was spinning out on Lime Rock on the way down to the final corner. On the run down there, I was spinning out of the chicane and trying to stop spinning. And I was on the grass, sideways, hit the inside barrier, and the Mazda kind of continued sideways momentum in the wrong direction. Oh, I've got it. Derp, nope. Oh. And now that I've seen the Frontier Test Team in action properly, I can tell you guys that the Frontier Test Team is probably about half the reason the maps are as good as they are. And that's not me belittling Bullet Bill or Oxygendavid. That's me saying the Frontier Test Team is stunningly good. Pain and Sons, I can tell you with some certainty, you might not have the attention to detail needed. I'll be honest, because some of the stuff that they find I would never have known about unless I had a look at their pictures. So let's put the pallet fork down there. We need to grab the bag fork and the bag right beside it. Lanny seems to be good at testing. I can be as well, but it's mainly just this doesn't look right. What's going on here? Like myself and Landy, when we are both looking at a map at the same time, it's kind of hilarious in TeamSpeak because and Monjack pointed this out to us one night. It's literally just us ripping the map to shreds as we go through it, as we walk around. Because they're on TeamSpeak, we're just saying, oh, have a look over by this field at this thing. Asking, what's this, Bill? I'm not sure what you're talking about. DK, the answer is when it's ready. Is when the next map will be. Soon, though. Very, very soon by the looks of it. Was that stream lag or my FPS drop? Possibly a bit of both. Hello, Bucko. Yeah. When I say the Frontier test team have attention to detail in silly amounts, Bullet Bill's just given the perfect examples there. Evening, NI. I still think the funniest accidental bug that was in a map was the Ghost of Thornton Farm, which nobody noticed for the longest time. From one, yeah, been there, done that. I'm good. Get the cedar filled up again. Was a ghost an Easter egg? No, that was a bug. That was a mistake, Adam. I say bug. It was an unintended addition to the map, shall we say? You gonna? Yes, fantastic. Is there a prize for most faults? Yours probably wouldn't win. There's been plenty of issues with plenty of maps. What was the ghost? If you go to the house in Thornton Farm, where you spawn in, if you turn to the, is it the left? You'll see a man in the bookshelf. Which wasn't supposed to be there, but I'm planning on Sussex Farm. Everybody's got a fascination with Sussex Farm. I had a look at it and without being mean, and I'm gonna be nice about this, I'm not sold on it. It's not a farm that just looking at the PDA that I get ideas for. And usually when I look at a map, look at the PDA, I get a few ideas of what I could do and what kind of equipment would suit. And Sussex just... It just... doesn't speak to me at all. Which, for me, is you know, a very good reason to not play a map. Is if it doesn't speak to me, I'm not going to enjoy it. So I prefer to kind of be very nitpicky with what I don't like. You know, when I'm deciding on a map, because if I don't enjoy it, it's not going to be good content. Again, Jim's going for a fun, slightly outlandish map. I've got nothing against that. It just didn't speak to me when I looked at the PDA. I couldn't get an idea kind of straight out. And something you never knew, Bill, was every time you or Oxy were bringing out a map, I would ask Landy or Sim to send me a picture of the PDA. Just the PDA and maybe like one tractor in a field. Because with those two things, I could figure out what starting equipment I wanted and kind of what direction I wanted to go with for a while. Because once you get an idea of What was the issue with Valley View? It didn't feel right. Valley View... It felt like somebody was trying to make a Dusty Dave map, but wasn't Dusty Dave. It didn't... It... Just... It wasn't right. I don't know how to put it, you know. Most of it was good. There were some silly errors and silly faults, which all the maps in the contest had silly faults. But it just didn't feel right for what I'm used to from Dusty Dave. Out of all the maps I've ever played, which one was my favorite? I'm gonna say this not because it's here, but because it's true. Cobra Park Farm. That is one of the best maps ever made. And it just always keeps giving me new ideas for things to do. No matter how long I've been away from it or how often I'm on it, I always find something new to do. And it's very rare that a map does that. You know, sometimes I'll get burnt out. West Coast I burnt out of. Oakfield, I guess I kind of half burnt out of Oakfield, and everybody else burnt out around the same time. In terms of viewers, so it kind of worked out well. But it was, you know, Coldbrook kind of, it seems, gets around all that just because it's good. You know, it's a map that I think everybody can kind of I'm trying to find the right word. A map that everybody can relate to. You know, you look at old Coldborough, everybody can relate to that map. It's got big fields, small fields, and everything in between. Oakfield is much more big maps. Or big fields. What do I normally do off screen? Like when I'm not streaming and on YouTube and on Farm Sim, I usually play racing games. I have the last couple of weeks, and I'm going to be continuing to do it because it costs money, and I'm trying to get my money's worth. I've been playing a lot of iRacing. Yeah, the Modding Mania guys. At times I couldn't have done that. I've got nothing but respect for all the guys that made the maps for Mod Mania, because I couldn't make a map with a, you know, an end date looming over me. Especially not an end date that's just like, what, 4 months? 16 weeks? That's nothing! Maxim has finished work, fantastic. I'm gonna have to get the 390 in, or maybe, no, the 390. Actually, the 390's in the field, I'm gonna have to get the fast track in. Nuts. This I'm just gonna put in over here, into this shed here. Because everything has a place where it lives. Why was Ballymoon a flop? You know, I can't answer that. Usually Irish maps are successful, but Ballymoon just was a flop, and I think it's... I don't know, maybe people didn't relate to it. Maybe... I've heard a few people saying, because I never went on the map myself, I've heard a few people saying it didn't feel very Irish. It was more of a UK map, and this and that, and I only heard complaints about Ballymoon, so... I think it was just a... I don't want to say badly designed map. I'm trying to come up with the words to kind of say why Ballymoon failed, and it's kind of take your pick. There's so much kind of wasn't right. When the community doesn't engage with the map, it just kind of flops. When is my next live stream? Tomorrow at 5 PM BST. It's currently 6 PM BST, so 5 PM BST tomorrow I'll be streaming. Same on Sunday, same Monday, and all next week. The week after next, the 24th or 23rd, whatever one of those Wednesdays, I did put an announcement on Discord that I should probably read again for myself. I will not be streaming because I will be in Dublin. I'm going up to visit a friend up in Dublin for the day and go see a movie and just generally chill out. I'll maybe be back on Thursday. It really depends on how super tired I am. I'll be doing everything I can on the Tuesday to completely destroy my wantingness to be awake. What's the difference BST and GMT? BST is British summertime. GMT Ireland and the UK use in the winter. Was that the mod yeah, Ballymoon was the mod contest one. I think it might also have been just thinking about it, and now I've really got to choose my words carefully here, because I mean no disrespect here. Maybe it was Daggerwind that caused that map to be a flop, because I've been hearing more and more lately people are not overly engaging with this content anymore, I'll put it that way. And maybe tiring of the way he does things and stuff like that. And maybe that's why it flopped. I don't know. There's so much that it could be. Hey, Jack. Any new mods on the mod up? New. And BST is 1 hour ahead of GMT. Yeah. So it's currently 5 PM GMT. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have had the mug shots mac and cheese, because that does tend to cause that problem, but we'll continue on. By the way, if you want some delicious quick food, mug shots, mac and cheese, oh my god, it's delicious. Landy will be streaming after me today, by the way. He was extremely tired yesterday. I spoke to him after my stream, which was, I think, the latest I've streamed, maybe ever, but definitely for a long time. Definitely on YouTube. I'm not going to get into conversation about whether or not we like Daggerwind, by the way. You can't open the config menu on the reshade, what to do? I have no idea, Stefan. I am using a tweaked version of Reshade now, but I didn't do it. Sim did it for me. Simulate did it for me, so... from what he said, there is an INI in your farm sim files now, if you're using the same one I was, where that is called like my FS17 shader or something like that. And that's an INI you can edit with a text editor, and that's what he was using to fix it, and just kind of hopping in and out of game, seeing what his tweaks were doing. I'm sure there is a way that you can get everything working, but I'm not sure how. I'm just gonna clean up the mess the Courseplay made, because I had it set to 10. No, that's not right. Dave. Get good. There we go, there's all the lights on. Did I stream at 9 a few months ago? I might have, I don't know. I don't remember when I stream. All I know is like it's 5 PM and I need to stream. Hello Model Farmer 6710. I actually forgot today was Friday as well. I'll be honest. So, for those of you into motorsports... For those of you don't run away, don't worry, this is going to be a really quick thing. The Nürburgring 24 hours on this weekend, which means I'm going to be a very happy individual. I get to see the Nordschleife in action. Those of you that know me in motorsports know the Nordschleife is my favourite track in the world, and I am a very happy bunny to be able to see that in full use. Do you think anyone will take over now as well? Probably not. Not to, we'll say, a decent standard. Oh no, not again. No, don't do this to me. Okay, ooh, what's going on? Something's not right. My bitrate has suddenly just gone mental. And it's showing as red. It's back to green. Didn't hit 0, but it went very low for a period. So I apologize for the slight buffer some of you guys might have had. I am kind of keeping an eye on it. I did drop 1,500 frames. Which sounds like a lot, but that's 0.8% of the frames I have actually encoded. Fine here. Yeah, it just went down to like 1300 kbs and then went stupid high. Dave is doing it. No, Eddie. No. When does the 24 start? I don't know, actually. I haven't looked into the race time yet. I think it's like noon German time. It's time for me to shout at my phone again. If I can get it out of my pocket. Oh no. Internet's going wonky. Okay, Google. Oh, okay, Google. When does the Nürburgring 24 hours start? That's not what I asked. When does the Nürburgring 24 hours start? It began on Thursday and ends on Sunday. That's really helpful. What time does the Nürburgring 24 hours start? Doesn't want to tell me. Actually, the first one it said was Evergreen 24 hours start. Was the first Google, which is why I said no. And then afterwards I spoke a bit slower and started actually Googling what I'd said. Is there a timetable on the Nürburgring website? Oh god, this isn't German. Ooh, program. That's what I want. Oh, it's a PDF. No. Downloading. Okay. So Samstag 7. Mai 2018 Startaufstellung is at 15:10. 3:30 German time. The I'm looking at this as my internet goes wonky again. I'm looking at this, the formation lap, which I think is that's what it says. The Einführungsrunde, the formation lap, starts at 3:10 German time. The actual race start is 20 minutes later. Because the formation lap is so bloody long. So it'd be 2:30 BST, not GMT. It'd be 1:30 GMT. Your K enemy is invested. Sean, I'm not entirely sure what you're trying to say there. Maybe I shouldn't have gone over the top with the phone thing there. Oh well. Such is life. So next job's gonna have to be spraying. Whoa, 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 whoa. I've only got one hired worker on the go. Let's do this smartly. Let's do this in a very smart manner. Control F. Control F. Control F. 15-meter distance. Really good. Actually, let's bring it up to 10. We'll bring both of these back down to the yard. Your knee is invested. You have to find out the time. Germany is 1 hour ahead of me, Yanis. So it's currently 7:12 p.m. in Germany. We're at 6:12 p.m. here. So I think it's an hour behind you. So next job is going to be... Yeah, 9 is no and 9 is 9. Matt just coming in with the only German word he knows. That is PG. That's it. Einführungsstelle is now my favorite word because it sounds so very, very threatening for the formation lab. Did I see the truck run on Sunday? I did not. So let's just turn off follow me there. As I actually need to... This is all going horrifically wrong. Spreche Deutsch ganz gut. Ah, ich spreche eigentlich ziemlich Deutsch, aber ich bin nicht so gut. Aber nicht so viel Deutsch. English only, it's fine. German's somewhat acceptable. Because I do know enough to get by. English only, Dave. Everything going wrong. That's the stream we know. Yeah. Nothing new there then. Right, let's leave the Massey there. Lights off. Let's get the Maxim backed up into the shed here. Or the Cedar backed up into the shed. The Maxim is going to be going back out into the field with the sprayer soon. I've got to put the trailer away. You broke OBS in such a way that it doesn't record. How have you done this, Eddie? How has your ineptitude led you to this? I do need to put away the fast track as well, actually. Let's get the case on the sprayer. It's the smallest sprayer I could really... Well, it's not the smallest sprayer I could find. It's the smallest decent looking sprayer I could find. It is on the mod hub. and it's judging solely from the fact it's on Mod Hub, it's okay. It's a Pallet Rex 2518. Fast track needs to just be put away real quick, so I'll do that before I do anything else. Yep, that's totally putting it away, Dave. Just ram it into the nearest metal thing. You try being clever and some hotkeys might be... Oh, God, Eddie. This is why you can't have nice things, dude. You just break everything. So let's get this filled up. It should take like one... Yeah, it's going to take one full thing. Oh, just over. That's slightly concerning. Have I seen the problem with the converting plow and the case? No, I haven't. I haven't heard. I've heard of people saying like, "Oh, is you know, has the bug with this been reported?" I'm like, "What bug?" I have no idea what bug people are talking about. It's a decent setup. It does look. It looks quite good actually. Now that I've got it on the go. I've unintentionally picked the perfect starter equipment for Matt's DLC. So let's get this unfolding here while I line up at the edge of the field. Is Glengar here? He is not. I think he's still at work. He'll probably show up in the next 10-15 minutes or so. Thought I bought this just for the case. No, I've had this before. This was meant for the Massies. It was originally going to be on the back of the Massies, so genuinely surprised that it looks so nice on the case. Ram on the... Oh, I've heard of an issue with the ram on the plow, yeah. When it inverts, it goes a bit wonky. Hello, Lewis. So if you want a really good sprayer for the Modern Classics DLC, the Pallet Rex, available on the Mod Hub, is apparently a really nice candidate. Glengar's older than you, Eddie. Dave, I deleted it. Oh my god, Eddie. Why didn't you try going on TeamSpeak and asking Landy for help instead of just deleting OBS? Very nice. Very nice indeed. It's been on the mod hub for a while, and I never felt like it fit anything in Farm Sim, and now it suddenly fits everything. How old is Glengar? That's for him to know. And me to know, I guess. It's for him to tell you, not me. Older than you think, clearly. He's younger than me, though. I'll put it that way. That was the game lagging. What is this noise? See you, Sean. What is this noise? Oh dear. New song, please. Yeah, I'm gonna... We'll stick with this one, no matter how bad it is. Oh god, it's the Fart Symphony. You're very late. You are indeed very late. I bring you the Butt Orchestra of Great Britain, playing the Fart Symphony number 9. Live on stream, apparently. Finally got pretzels. I just use the EDM playlist, Dave. Set it YouTube safe, family friendly, and use the EDM playlist. It's mostly good. There we go. I'm looking at how fast the spray is being used and I'm suddenly a lot less worried. Hopefully remember Streamlabs. You know, it might be worth you using, Dave, Streamlabs OBS. Because they've got a custom version of OBS that actually has a bunch of Streamlabs stuff in it. Like I use it for Twitch, just so I don't have to reset half the stream when I want to stream to Twitch. And it's really good. I really like it. And it's just the one program you need to open as opposed to, at the moment, 2, because I need one for stream labels, which is how the latest sub and sponsor stuff all works. It's a separate program that just refreshes a text document. If you're enjoying the stream, guys, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe. We are, as always, aiming at about 50 likes today. And even though we're probably not going to hit the sub goal, let's see how the sub goal. Let's see how close we can get. Game from Humble isn't that good of a game. I kind of thought so when I saw that it was generic indie game number 732 from about 3 years ago. Yanis. Hello, Fred and Joe. There's Matt's DLC on Steam. No, but it'll work with the Steam version of the game, Adam. You just need to buy it from Giants. I may... Here comes one of the conundrums that I have. This is stage 2 fertilization right now. I might need to go out spraying in the middle of the night to get stage 3 fertilization. Is Matt's DLC on Xbox One? Is it on PlayStation, Matt? I don't mean PS4, I mean... I mean the old big grey box PlayStation. Because, I mean, you've not made it until everything's on PlayStation. How's my day been? It's been lazy. I spent most of the day in bed. Which is probably a good way to spend a day. You only make mods for Xbox. Not dude, you need to start making mods for the Nokia 3310. It's the future of modding. Hello, Glengar. We have people asking about you already. With you so looking for you. For some reason. Hi, Glengar, you're old. You too, but you work nights. I'm just lazy. I didn't get... Well, I was playing Prison Architect last night, and that's always a bad idea, because I always get really into it. And I was playing Prison Architect until about 6 o'clock this morning. Then I went to bed and watched an hour-long Stellaris video from Many a True Nerd. All good things, mostly. He was calling you some names as well, though. You got top contact one's latest video. Oh, now you've really made it, Matt. now you've truly made it. You've been top comment on a Daggerwin video. You broke it first. See, when people think I'm good at breaking things, they never think about Eddie, who just goes around. And this is what I get constantly. He's like, Dave, I've broken this. Oh, Eddie, just please. Oh, dear. Matt is officially a celebrity. Only in the farm sim world. If you talk to somebody who only plays ETS, they won't have a clue who Matt is. Where did I see the info on Rick and Morty? Adult Swim shared a picture from one of the writers yesterday, Dusty. It is confirmed 70 new episodes of Rick and Morty. However, Brooklyn Nine-Nine got cancelled yesterday as well, which is kind of a downer on the whole thing. Fox clearly has no taste in comedy. It is, yes, Dave, it is official. I think every Rick and Morty fan is very happy at the moment. Hopefully another network picks up Brooklyn Nine-Nine from Fox, because like, I haven't seen much of it, but it's fantastic. Ginger, I wouldn't say a long break. He needs to just kind of take a short break, like a few weeks, maybe a month, and come back with a new lease of life. Oh yeah, Lewis, you'll visit Matt, but not me. I see how it is. I mean, granted, there's a sea in the way, and it's quite difficult to drive over water, especially that much. But I see how it is. 12 messages from you, so. Your way, what'd you miss? Lewis being mean and not wanting to visit me. Joe, I have no idea. I can't answer that question. I don't know what he thinks of any maps. To be honest, I don't know what I think about most maps. My mood on the day kind of decides whether or not I like some maps. Sometimes even how I play the map kind of decides how I enjoy it. I'm just gonna put this out there. Marlboro Reds are disgusting. Yeah. No one really likes Ballincraig. There's plenty of people who love Ballincraig. I'm not one of them. I feel like it could be much better than it is. I heard Daggerwin criticize the DLC for not having IC, and like I can kind of. Oh, Matt, trust me, they are disgusting. Marlboros in general are just. Ugh. No. Chesterfield Blue's not too bad though. Though you should never smoke. All smoking is disgusting. All the general warnings, blah de blah de blah. Does my vape thing give off a taste then? Yes, and I have the bottle somewhere. Did I put it on my bed? Where's the bottle? I had it not too long. Oh, it's under my phone. I forgot to turn off the thing. This is a BMG Superior, which apparently doesn't have a flavor listed, so it's superior flavor, apparently. I've mostly quit pellets, like maybe 1 or 2 a day now, at most. This provides me with nicotine instead, which it's not, you know, it's not much better, but it's better. More importantly, there's no second-hand effects to this, so... Slowly but surely we should all convince PharmaClan to use Reshade. Reshade is really down to whether or not you like it yourself. I'm loving the shader that Sim made up that he gave me last night. It looks so much better than the shader I was using up until yesterday. It's a lot brighter than it used to be. Especially, like, I'm now working a lot later into the evening in-game than I was able to, so... That's definitely good. But, you can see some of the downsides over here. Hopefully it'll show up on YouTube and not get butchered too much. So there is a bit of some artifacting that happens. So it's far from perfect and it struggles with darkness, but it is something that during the day adds a lot of character to the game, and for screenshots in particular is fantastic. I'm gonna have to take a screenshot probably later tonight for tomorrow's stream. And I did see the conversation in the Frontier Discord just before I was streaming, Bill, about screenshots, and I'm 100% with you. Like, a good screenshot you should be able to use without editing. I edit mine just to kind of make them stand out a bit more, and it's a little tweak here, little tweak there, just brighten some stuff up, darken some stuff down, get the dynamic range of the picture just that tiny bit higher. But too many people just go way over the top and put too much effort in Photoshop and not enough effort in the game. And that it always annoys me to see a picture that could be really good but has been photoshopped to crap. Literally. And like the two things that I would say to everybody who wants to take a screenshot: lighting and framing. If you can frame a screenshot well, and actually, here's a good one right here. If you can frame a screenshot well, and it looks good without any tweaks or edits, like that, then it's going to look even better with some very subtle photoshopping, some very small tweaks. Too many people think Photoshop is a crutch to stand on when your screenshot doesn't look as good as you'd like. Maybe take another screenshot that looks better. Instead of ruining good pictures with way too much Photoshop. Yeah, Photoshop is just exposure, color, and small sharpen. That's pretty much what I do, Lewis. Is I'll use HDR toning just to get the dynamic range, to get the brights brighter and the darks darker, and then I'll just tweak the exposure, the gamma. Sometimes the color balance, if I feel like it could do with a bit of rebalancing color-wise, but it's usually just small little tweaks. Just to get the picture looking as good and as realistic as I can. Never use sharpen with shaders. See, the thing is, you can sharpen it up and then go around it with a blur afterwards, just to lighten out the shadows a bit. So I don't mind sharpening. Why not just take up real life photography? Me? Because it's costly. A good DSLR camera costs a couple of €100. A couple £100 even as well, yeah. And take screenshots because it's a good picture and you can use it all. Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of reasons to take screenshots, and there's plenty of good reasons to Photoshop stuff. Like, I'll probably blur bits of the photograph in Photoshop, just or pick bits of the screenshot in Photoshop, just to kind of get rid of the harsh edges and some of the artifacts from reshade. But other than that, it'll look good. Bought a camera just to take to Zurich for a giant trip. It was worth spending most of your birthday on. I mean, that's, you know, a camera can cost as much or as little as you want. I've heard there's like disposable digital cameras now for some reason. But if I could afford a good DSLR, I probably would do real life photography a bit. Especially now that I'm, I don't want to say good, competent with Photoshop. For some broads to rewatch it. Yeah, that's as good a reason as any. I mean, I'm kind of, I guess, lucky in that I actually lived abroad for a few years. I lived in the UK for 3 years for uni, so it was kind of a different experience for me. Not just living by myself, but living by myself in a different country. Hello Marzena Dera and Joe Chalice. What did I study at uni? Biomedical sciences. I have a degree saying I'm an official sciencer. Not that it means much, because this is my job at the moment. But I'm looking for work. You like where you live too much? I've always hated where I live, so it was kind of nice to go completely out of my way for a little while. Oh no, that field's completely grown. It was nice to go out of my way for a little while. This field I'm almost definitely going to have to touch up overnight, and if I do, it'll be off camera work. Because I don't want to go too late into the night with reshade on in streams, because number one, nighttime is stupid dark in Farm Sim. Yeah, out of Unimat I spent 2 years unemployed looking for work. And when I did get a job, it was a 5-month contract. So don't think university is a quick and easy solution to getting jobs. There's still a lot of work to do afterwards. Self-employed is a lot easier. Yeah. Depending on what you do. If you do something that there's a lot of demand for, then it's a lot easier. YouTube, Twitch, streaming, content creation, maybe not so much. I'll be honest. Trying to run a YouTube channel as a business, not a good idea unless you get like 1 million subs. And even then, you should probably have a job. because YouTube is kind of falling off a cliff at the moment. Nowadays, most jobs require a degree. Yeah. But don't think a degree is a magic bullet that'll get you a job. Is what I mean. Like the unfortunate reality is most jobs require degrees, so that degree has a lot less worth. But yeah, that happens, man. I was one of those people that drank way too much in uni. But I don't drink now, which is kind of the funny thing. I drink maybe Christmas and New Year, and maybe at my birthday, but that's pretty much it. It's just kind of special occasions, because I don't see the point. Hello, the Montague dude. This I'm really liking this sprayer, actually. Now that I'm using it on this map, I don't know if it's this map in particular, but definitely with this case, it just fits nicely. It's not too big, not too small, doesn't look too silly on the back, and it's something that you'd kind of expect to see on the back of a 5150. Big mistake on your... Yeah. I mean, I'm in the position where I gotta look for something local to me because I can't afford to live anywhere else. Should give the land quip a go on the faster... I don't actually have the land quip anymore. I deleted it when I was swapping over to full MR for that period. And I regret that now. I'll have to have a word with Pedro. There's demand for physical labourers because everybody's going to uni and getting a degree instead of actually doing physical labour. Is it easier to drive with steering wheel or keyboard? That all comes down to personal preference. Sometimes I find the keyboard easier. Sometimes I find the wheel easier. Definitely for like spraying and stuff, the wheel is a lot easier because you can make the small little adjustments. Some auto-start. Oh, well, that makes it easier. But for like front loader work, I actually prefer using keyboard because there's a lot of very tight turns involved, and I got my wheel set to 900 degrees, which that's again personal preference. I could have it at 360 all the time, but I love having a 900. Pedro said that, yep, he got banned from Facebook recently for a day. Believe it or not, he was telling me about this. I'm not going to say what he said, but he got banned for something he said for a day off Facebook. Brexit will have a big, yeah, Brexit will have a big impact on a lot of stuff. I'm not going to give my opinions on it because that's getting too political, but yeah. He said something really dumb that he shouldn't have, but it's Pedro, so he didn't particularly care. And I'm completely with you there, Bill. If you know the right people, you can get a job easily. I don't know the right people, so I'll probably be looking for work for months before I find anything. Hello, Jamie. Even these crops look nice with the shader Sim did. Holy crap. You should that no care attitude sometimes. So do I, but it's probably better that I don't. Lecture cut. Yeah, again, it's who you know more than what you know. 90% of the time. the 399 has finished cultivating, which is good. It means I can put that away once... I guess once the fertilizer's gone out of this. Then we can refill this and get going... with more seeding, I guess. I'd like to plant a field of corn. I think I might do that in field 13. And then do field 19 in canola as well. Because if I'm storing the barley for... Okay, here's my thought process. Here's what I'm thinking. I'm storing the barley for pig feed. Because I want to get more pigs soonish. Not immediately, but soonish. And I'm storing the barley for that. If I store up a field's worth of corn for that as well, then I'll be good. Then after that, I can grow like sunflowers and soybeans, even though it's a bit silly to be doing that in the UK, but I can do that anyway with the corn seeder. And I can grow a field of probably a field of 8 sugar beets. And yes, I'm gonna have to go refill this now. I've got no choice in the matter. I've got to refill the sprayer. We'll finish off field 8 then. Coming up to the time where Landy's going to be going live soon, so please let me know when he is, and I can hand over to him. Brother-in-law you refer... yeah. I mean, some businesses you can work pretty easy. Glengar... yeah. Sunflowers, I don't feel like sunflowers are worth it too much, Bill, to be honest, because the yield is so ridiculously low, but I feel like I'd like to do all the crops barring sugar cane, because it's not obviously not in Sandy Bay. I could, I guess, convert Sandy Bay to have sugar cane, but I don't see the point of it. That Discord, I swear, Bill, is going to be more drama than it's almost worth. Talking about Bond movies. They look pretty, but they're not really worth a damn in-game. Is that close enough to the trigger to fill? No. Let's just reverse this over here into the corner where I used last time. We'll tab over to the 399, which is finished cultivating. Get that over to the yard, put the cultivator away. I'm gonna blame you regardless, Bill. Although some of the conversations that go on in the less public areas are so hilarious that it's almost worth looking at the public areas and seeing all the drama and little arguments and weird stuff that goes on in there. Most people do. I mean, that's as good a reason as any. I guess difference is I'm not actually serious about blaming you. Just realized I was looking around something on my desk to see what time it was. I could have just looked at the top right of my screen. So that's the 39908. Your favorite all-time movie is Iron Man. Mine is The Room by Tommy Wiseau. because it's so hilariously bad. It's one of the worst movies ever made. Like, I'm not gonna pretend like it's good. It's terrible. It is atrocious. But it's so bad that it's funny. There's plots that are literally one sentence. Entire plot lines that are literally just one sentence and never mentioned again. A character that disappears halfway through to be replaced by somebody completely different, who is then just kind of addressed as if he was in the movie the entire time. Just so much bad. The funniest thing is, half of Tommy Wiseau's lines are redubbed. Hello, Gaming Gamer Gaming. How am I? I'm good. We're doing a bit of late evening. I want to say late evening, not quite night spraying at the moment. And I've just realised I need to spray field 4 as well, don't I? Because that is grass and it needs, I think, 2 more stages of fertilizer if it's not already fully grown. And I need to have grass available here. It's fully grown, but I can still throw fertilizer down on it. Screw it. Kung Pao Enter the Fist. I've never heard of that movie. I do quite like Starship Troopers and Mars Attacks as well. I'm a fan of bad movies, by the way. If you didn't guess. Personal favourites are badly translated or questionably translated Japanese comedy films. Hello, Paul. How are you doing today? Mars Attacks, brilliant. Yes. The bit where Pierce Brosnan has his head put on a dog is beautiful. Have I seen Shaolin Soccer? I have not. Will we be using the Classic Combine today? No, not today. We'll be using it soon though, because we're getting up to the point where we are going to need to harvest again. And I will, the first field I will do manually, because I do want to use that Combine myself, but we will be primarily using Courseplay to harvest, because it's just a bit easier and I can do other jobs like well, I can cart and kind of get fields sorted out across the map while I'm doing it. Domantasek GT, thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse. Hope you enjoy your stay. I'm a bit blind today, so sorry for moving forward and squinting a bit. Probably should be wearing my glasses, but I'm not, because I'm stupid. Dungarianus, could you let me know when land is live, please? If you guys haven't already seen my video on the Classics DLC, the Modern Classic DLC, maybe have a look at that after the stream. It's only 10 or 12 minutes long, but it shows off pretty much everything. I didn't actually look in cabin any of the vehicles, which if I was doing it again I would, but I have a very quick look around the DLC and give some very quick initial thoughts on how beautiful and wonderful it is and why you should get it. I completely neglected this field, didn't I? I guess tomorrow we'll be doing some late night some late baling, because I'm not going to spray the field when there's hay in the field. Completely forgot about that. Landy's live? Well, I'll leave you with a teaser for tomorrow then. Tomorrow on the stream we will be doing some baling with a fast track. I've already decided I want the fast track to run that baler. Fast Track and the New Holland 980 BB. I think it's... or 980A Baler, I think. That's what it is. We will also be seeding up field 13 in some corn and field 19 in canola. We'll probably end up doing a bit more spraying as well, and we will hopefully have some money left over to buy a couple more animals. Hopefully. I don't fully expect it, but I think there is still some wheat in storage, and we can sell off the stuff that is kind of additionally in storage as well to get a bit more money together. Because I would like to get more cows. I think we're kind of about ready for more of them. We'll also potentially do a bit of mowing in the unnumbered field just down the road here and get that into silage, because I'd like to get a nice silage backlog going there. But that is going to do it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the stream. If you did, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I'll leave you by saying I've been RainbowDave. You've been watching Farming Simulator 17 on Sandy Bay. Being challenged here, and I think we're succeeding. We're doing pretty well. We're positive in money. I was expecting at this point to be very negative, so we're doing well so far. We'll be doing better tomorrow because I'm going to bail and maybe sell them straight off. But until then, stay safe and goodbye.